It has been a while. Hello again, Universal Orlando. Like I said, we are back here at Universal Studios side in Orlando, Florida. We're gonna go ahead and check on some updates and anything new that's happening inside of the park. There's one big thing I wanna see, and I think we're gonna hit it really early. Well, let's go, get inside the park, tag along with us today. We have made it in, we are checked in, and right away we can already see some of the actors and cast members here dressed up for Mardi Gras, doing little meet and greets. They might have just had the parade. Today is Tuesday, so I don't know when they actually do the parades. I think it's a little earlier in the day, but you can see they are walking around, and right behind them is gonna be our first update here, that wall there. So let's head over that direction and see what's going on. So again, right here we do see the wall that is put up here, and this actually is on the other side of the next update we'll show you, which is the Minions ride there, the Villan-con. But this I think pertains to the Betty Boop store, which is just on the other side here, so I don't know exactly what's going on. I think I heard they were taking that down. We can actually probably go around the corner. Let's go see what's happening just to see if they have that blocked off as well, or if they're just kind of blocking off this section right here on this little corner. So it does look like it stops over here, so you still have access to the store right here and the Hello Kitty section over there. So I don't really know if there's just work kind of being done on that corner. That's where we know, like during HHN, that's where like the pumpkin head or pumpkin lord was inside of that giant pumpkin. So I don't know, there is some work being done here. I have seen this up for a little while now. Not totally sure what's happening there. I did hear, I thought they were redoing this store a little bit. But yes, you could see there are some walls here. So now let's go check out Villan-con, see what that's looking like. Actually, real quick, we do want to look over here. I don't remember seeing this before. And you have what looks to be like palm trees, almost bamboo looking over here, and the umbrellas here, which is almost extended queue for the Minions ride. It is very busy right now. We are in spring break, so you can see they have the extended queue out here ready to go. You got a little bit of shade from these umbrellas, but again, you do have what looks to be like some palm trees or something. That looks freshly put in there with like some blue rock on the ground. I don't know if you guys could see the coloring there. A little bizarre, but yes, that is, I'm guessing, to kind of give you some shade, because you do get in the shade over here. So it looks like the Minions queue over here with the extended portion. They have added a few little touches. Again, the umbrellas and the, I think it's palm trees. And here is Villan-con now. So you can see they've done a little bit of touch work here. They've kind of done some coloring and a few things that look pretty good. As far as like underneath, you could see that they put some little touches underneath the Villan-con sign. You do see that they have actually right to the left and right there, they have the Express Pass sign right there. And then you have, just as attractions, I'm gonna guess that's probably normal queue sign there. You can see some of the banners in the back. I will try and maybe see if I can get a better look. It is a little hard, but there are some banners kind of hanging from the ceiling inside of there. So that's kind of coming together. The color does not look the same that you have from the Shrek 4D ride here, which I'm guessing they're going to put more posters or facade work for the ride over on this yellow portion here. It looks like it is pretty cleaned up. Looks like they could probably repaint it or something there, but I don't know if they're gonna change it to this bluish purple color and add it over here. But you do have all of the wall that goes the length of the ride as well with the Minions. This is nothing new. This has been here for a while. It does say it's coming in summer 2023, so we're not totally certain exact opening time, but keep that in mind. This is kind of walled off for now. There is a lot of walls on the main strip here, but for Villan-con, this is what we have so far, and we'll keep you updated. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit more information in the coming weeks, potentially coming months. And then following up, right next door again, more walls, more walls, more walls. You do see what people are predicting to be the Minions Cafe here. A lot of scrim work going up. It looks like it's gonna be pretty tall. This looks massive, by the way. You can see the blue scrim up top with the blue walls here. You do see I believe this is a Mardi Gras actor here. And yeah, look at that. I mean, that's way up there. That is a much taller building than I originally thought this was going to be, and it is very wide. Let me show you how wide this is going, all the way over here, all the way down there. So this is going to be pretty large. We're gonna go ahead and check around the corner in just 1 second, but right behind us, I do have to show you something I'm very excited for, and you have a little photo op opportunity with the Super Mario Bros. Let's go take a look. So over here you can see for the Super Mario Bros. Movie coming April 5th, they have a photo op opportunity right in front of Rip Ride Rockit here. So that's kind of cool, and you can make it look like you're playing in Mario Kart and you're driving Mario's little go-kart there. And this is kind of fun, except Donkey Kong looks a little weird back there. Looks a little cross-eyed. Toad's in his monster truck, Blue Shell, Rainbow Road. Very cool. So yeah, we just did a little photo op kind of for ourselves here, but yeah, very cool here. It's pretty small, but it's fun. Now back to the wall update here for the Minions cafes, again what we are assuming, and this is the other side here. So this comes all the way out to basically right by this section that's right behind Transformers, this little bar, and you can see, again, it ends right on this corner here. So this is a lot of wall work being done here. Yep, right here. So you could see the amount of just walling that they have in the section is quite large. Also, just to show you, here's the line for Transformers. It is wrapped all the way outside, so you can definitely tell that crowds are in full swing. However, the one thing I will note is Mardi Gras lines don't seem to be very long. So over here, I mean, I feel like there's only maybe 5 or 6 people in line there. There's practically nobody here for the drinks. And then right here, it looks like same thing, maybe 8 or 9 people in line for the Mardi Gras. So Mardi Gras booths, not too bad, but the lines for the rides definitely long. So we'll continue on now around this way to see what's happening, probably over towards the Mummy, see what's happening over there. If you guys have not seen our other vlogs here at Mardi Gras, do not sleep on the Canadian Snowshoe Nutella treat here from the Canada booth. Very, very good. Also, probably one of the best drinks we've had here at this event is the Slocum Maple Smash, which was absolutely delicious. That is a sweet and refreshing combination of New Amsterdam vodka, lemon juice, and maple syrup, and cardamom bitters. So very, very good options here over at Canada. Some of the best items I think we've had so far at Mardi Gras. We do have a few more walls on the other side of the Mummy ride here, and not sure what they're doing here. It could just be some work with the trees. They do have some speakers and stuff there, so it could just be some of that. But there is a little bit of wall work being done there. But I believe right around the corner, we could see something over in New York as well. But over here, right behind the Puerto Rico booth, some more walls, more construction being done over there. Lots of work happening at Universal Studios here, as I'm guessing they probably prep for the summer situation that they're going to be having here. This is just spring break. Obviously, it's going to be busy, but I think they're trying to prep and get everything done for summer. But more walls here. Again, I don't know if this is because they're prepping or if they're actually doing something behind there, but that is something to keep in mind. Now, I want to look back here. Back by the New York Public Library, you do have this wall section right here behind where the old tribute store used to be, and it doesn't look like they have much decoration to it yet. It just looks like they put it in there. And then off to the left over by Rip Ride Rockit, you could see that they started to put in what looks to be like a very high-end, fancy, maybe parking garage or something there as Rip Ride comes by. Hello, Rip Ride. But yeah, so you can see right here, there is some sort of structure that has been put into place. The bottom doesn't look like it is painted yet either, but again, over here to the right, this does not look like it is painted or designed yet, but they do have the piece in place for when that time does come. So they are doing some work back here by the New York Library. I think this will probably be done pretty quick. It does look like they're starting kind of maybe going top down, where they started over here. I could see some woodwork over there and a few other things. So this hopefully should be done in just a few weeks, and yeah, we'll kind of update you when that does come about. But for right now, that's what it's looking like for the moment. All right, we're going to take a quick break from all of these updates and the construction happening here, and we're going to take a ride on the Mummy. So we'll be right back. Won't take you guys any time, but we want to go get on a ride before it gets a little too late. We do have our fast passes active. It is after 4 p.m., so with the Premier Pass, we do have that availability. So we're going to go ahead, do an express ride here on the Mummy, and we'll be back in just a second. We are now finished up with the Mummy, a little tribute to Brendan Fraser, because he just won an Oscar the other night, and yeah, obviously the Mummy and the whole joke with the coffee, so it's kind of funny. Either way, we're done with that. Today is also March 14th, which is Pi Day 3.14, so I think we need to try and find some semblance of a pie. I don't think we're going to be able to find a pie here inside of Universal. Maybe we could, but maybe we'll just get a treat that kind of resembles a pie, maybe a beignet or something. But I think we need to do that today as we're kind of doing these updates around the park. We don't really have anything to show per se, if you caught my drift there, but the nighttime show on the water here is done. They just ended this pretty recently, I think in the last week or so. So if you did not see the nighttime show that they had here that comes on the lagoon, they will have a new one coming shortly, but it is done until further notice. So they are working on a new show here. But if you come to Universal Orlando during spring break for any time this year, just expect not to see a show if you had plans to do so. Like I said, they are in the works and designing a new one, so hopefully that comes out in the next few months, I assume. I don't know how long it takes to do something like that, but yes, over here at the lagoon show, and you can see all like the workings in the water there. There will not be a show going on for the foreseeable future. We will wait and see what ends up happening with that. But as I stated, no more show on the water at nighttime. Also, somebody threw one solo bead here. Huh. Oh, never mind. There's more on the pier there. A little bit of everything. Maybe you don't throw them out here. I feel like there's a tree for that. Oh, there's one in the water. No, don't do that. I would like to also mention that the wait time for the Mummy for normal standby queue was 100 minutes. We waited about 20-ish minutes, right around that. So not bad at all. And I've mentioned it multiple times. Express Pass at Universal Studios, very much so worth the money. I also feel like if you are in the deluxe resorts or whatever they call them, premier resorts here, that perk is amazing, especially if you're staying here multiple days. To get that express pass for the parks is going to make your trip a lot better. Anyway, we're heading over here to the France booth because I think we're gonna do a crepe. It's about as close as I think we can get to a pie, and we don't want dessert yet. We're gonna have a little bit something else to eat, so we're gonna grab a crepe for you guys. And we have decided to go with the muffaletta crepe here. We did have the one from Busch Gardens and didn't actually love it, but it looks like it's probably pretty good, and it seems like they're putting it together fresh here. The one at Busch Gardens was not fresh, it was kind of prepackaged, so we're gonna try this out and take a look. Just a note, they are out of the strawberries and I think the Nutella or the Nutella mascarpone. They're out of some of the stuff, so you can't get the strawberry hazelnut one here. So if you are coming here, keep that in mind as the day goes on. When it's busy, there's a chance that they run out of items. Here is our crepe. Like we said, we did the muffaletta crepe, and I don't know where everything is. I don't know if it's like packed down there or what, but we're gonna go ahead and dive into this thing. We'll let you know what we think. It looks a little messy, a lot of sauce happening, but let's go ahead and eat this up and we'll let you know what we think. So I wanna give my initial impressions on the muffaletta crepe that we have here. To be fair, this is a crepe, and the muffaletta that we got over at Busch Gardens was a sandwich, but that was pre-packaged. They basically packaged them up, they put them in these little bins, and then they put them into the refrigerator, clearly because they were pretty cold when they came out. But this is actually quite good. The sauce, all the meats are fresh, everything seems to be pretty solid. So I really like this dish, and yeah, I know it's not a food review kind of vlog here, but just letting you guys know that over here at the Central Park Crepes here, this was really good. So I imagine the other options that they have that aren't just for Mardi Gras are probably also pretty decent. I would also like to point out that it is a little after 6 o'clock right now, and we still have a lot of daylight. I know I mentioned this in the last vlog, but here we are. We are back to getting some daylight for a lot longer. And I think about 7:30 is when we started to notice that the sun was starting to go. Almost up to 8 o'clock, you might get a little bit of peak, but pretty nice to have, all the sun still, especially because, we are in spring break, so you would like to have a little bit more daylight as you guys are experiencing the parks. And we are officially done eating, so we're going to continue on to the park, see what's happening. Again, news and updates, that's what we're all about here today. And we're just kind of hanging out here at the park too and observing some of the crowd levels, kind of letting you guys know what to expect here during spring break. That's also something we like to inform you guys on. But let's go ahead, maybe head over towards Men in Black, and maybe we'll do a ride on that really quick and kind of see what's happening on that side of the park over by the Simpsons area, which I believe has been having some construction going on. Feels like probably 2 or 3 months now. Obviously, one of the biggest things happening here, as you can see by the Pardon Our Dust sign here, is going to be the Kids Zone over here by SpongeBob, and you have the Animal Actors Theater here, and then E.T. around the corner. But this area, again, is under construction. These walls have been here for quite a while, but this is pretty pretty far out here, you can kind of see, and it'll actually start to get a little congested as you head down towards SpongeBob and actually over around the corner towards ET. It'll start to kind of tighten up there. Thankfully, this area doesn't tend to get super busy, but there are definitely walls here. We aren't totally sure what's happening with it yet. If I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of talks of a potential like DreamWorks area, so we'll kind of see if that does come to fruition or not. But either way, yeah, lots of walls here, and I don't really know what they're doing. I don't really know the timeline for it either. All right, now we are actually going to head over towards the Simpsons area and check out the construction happening in front of the Simpsons ride. I haven't been here in probably 3 to 4-ish weeks or so, and to my knowledge, I think there's still construction happening, but we will let you guys know. I'm not totally certain, but there was a lot happening over there, and I actually heard there was like rumors they were gonna like be taking this down, but then I heard there was a contract negotiation, or the contract, I guess, extends through maybe 2025, so I don't really know all the details to it, but either way, we are heading over there. I will show you guys what is happening in just 1 second. As I'm heading over that direction, you could check out the Lard Lad Donuts and Ice Cream. Look at how long the line is for this. This is the longest line I've seen for food yet today. It actually comes out here, almost over here by the Bumblebee Man's Tacos, and then comes over here to the donut stand here. So that's actually pretty long. If you take a look here, look at how far back this goes. Pretty intense. I guess I gotta say also, I do feel like the Simpsons area is pretty busy compared to what we've been seeing so far. The lines obviously are pretty busy kind of across the board, but from what I am seeing right now, it seems like there's a lot of people here inside of Simpsons area. I'm a little nervous to see what's happening over in the Potter area over in Diagon Alley. However, I'm already seeing walls over by Krusty's giant head over there. And here you go, you can see Krusty with his hard hat and some blueprints over there. But here are the walls by the giant Krusty head, and this is the Simpsons ride. And you can actually see the attraction entrance might actually be that direction, is kind of what this is pointing out. So we're gonna head around the corner and go see what's happening, but it looks like actually the front is completely blocked off then, if that's the case. Oh yeah, this is definitely a lot more wall action that was happening from the last time we were here. This actually comes all the way out now over by like the basketball section. So you can see this has a lot more coverage going on, and I don't know if they're doing something behind these walls again, either touching things up, adding something in. You can never really tell. Sometimes they'll announce things, but Universal tends to keep a very tight lip on everything that they're doing until like last minute, which is kind of unique and it's kind of fun because it just brings out a lot of speculation, but we don't have any clue what's happening. So yeah, the attraction entrance, again, they're pointing off to the side there, which is kind of interesting. So let's take a look around the corner here and see if there's any changes over here. Yeah, wow, this is kind of crazy. This comes out so far, which I can only imagine this is going to get very congested during this time of the year, and it actually closes off right there. So you can see that the walls are pretty far around here. I mean, all the way up into the tree, basically, right here you can see. So that's kind of nuts if you ask me. That's a lot of construction going on during spring break here. Yeah, here you go. Here's the entrance for the Simpsons ride. It is off to the side here. This is your entrance. That is kind of crazy. If you know where we are actually right next to the Quickie Mart, and that's where you're getting on the Simpsons ride now. So that is kind of nuts to think this is where the line is. That's how much construction is happening over there in front of the Simpsons ride. All right, well, we ended up going with some Brazilian chocolate treat here. Do you see how big this tray is? Can you like see them just like shifting in place? I think they needed a smaller tray for these, a little bit of a smaller footprint there. But we're gonna try these out. They look like they're pretty much bite-sized, so I think we pretty much each get like half a bite, it seems like. So we're gonna go ahead and try these out, let you know what we think, and then head over to Diagon Alley and see if there's any updates happening over there. And we ate those quite quick. Nicole's eating the last bite. We probably ate them in all of a minute and a half. Very quick and easy snack. I will say these were actually really good. I guess Nicole said that they equate them to a Brazilian fudge. So nice little treat there, and that is again over at the Brazilian booth. It's going to be down and around the corner, kind of where we were doing the updates on the Kids Zone area. But they were pretty yummy, I will say. They were fudgy, they were good. Highly recommend those actually. That was a kind of secret hit. I was not expecting them to be that good. We are heading in. I don't know what the time is, but there's a chance maybe the dragon blows. Not looking like it. Okay. I don't really know everything that's happening inside of Diagon Alley, but as I had mentioned earlier, we could definitely see the crowds are up in this area. And this is a little bit of a tighter area. 9 out of 10 times you will notice that the crowds in the powder areas tend to be a little higher than the rest of the park. It's just a very crowded and a very busy, popular area in both parks, honestly, between Islands and Universal. So we are heading in, and I'm going to take you to the one spot that I know for sure there is something new. Here is the line, just so you guys know, actually, as I'm heading that direction for the ice cream shop here. And this will wrap all the way around as well. So very busy to get some ice cream here in Diagon Alley. That's crazy. So we were just walking by Gringotts, and I turned to Nicole and I go, wow, I was like, Gringotts is 70 minutes. I was like, not too bad, actually, but you know, tends to be typically 90 minutes plus. We keep walking. She goes, it's 170 minutes. So I was 100 minutes off. 170 minutes for Gringotts right now. Holy cow. That is a long wait for Escape from Gringotts. And the line's not even out front either. I would expect it to be almost like sticking out front. Granted, the queue inside is quite long, but either way, very busy over here in Diagon Alley right now. Well, this is the update here, and here's one of the locations for it. And this line goes all the way back there. We are here for butterbeer. And if you guys don't know, we will explain it to you as soon as we get it. It might be in a little while though, so we're gonna figure out if this line is shorter or if the one around the corner by the ice cream shop is shorter. I don't totally know, but holy cow, are these long lines. Wow, were you expecting that at all?
No.
That's crazy, right?
I mean, it's packed back here.
Yeah, this is insane. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we're just gonna wait. We'll show you guys what is new here for butterbeer here in Diagon Alley, and actually over at Hogsmeade as well. It is just anywhere you go to pick up butterbeer, there's something unique happening. Well, I have super sad news right now. We are leaving Diagon Alley because we just waited about 30 minutes to get the non-dairy butterbeer. That was the big secret. That is the big update over there. Nothing else is really happening over in Diagon Alley, but they have vegan/non-dairy based butterbeer, and I'm a little upset with Universal. I feel like I went up and asked for it, and then he was like, oh, I don't actually think we have that here. I think it's over at the Leaky Cauldron and Three Broomsticks. And like, I feel like they should, for the item to have come out and for people to be talking about it, I feel like you should have that exposed, or like if you're not selling it at your location, because there are multiple locations that you can get butterbeer from, I feel like you should have a sign, because I'm not going to be the person to go cut everybody and be like, hold on a second. Do you guys sell the non-dairy, butterbeer? It's like, I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to wait in the line. But you should have a sign then. You should have some sort of note letting you know whether or not you have that. So they did not. And then the line was massive for the Leaky Cauldron. So we're like, whatever. However, that is what is new over at Diagon Alley, is they have vegan butterbeer. So it's non-dairy, it's the foam on top. So if you guys are interested in something like that, they do offer it over there. Where? Not totally certain. I think the Leaky Cauldron, that's what he was saying. He said Three Broomsticks. He didn't seem totally certain either. But over there somewhere, you can find the dairy-free butterbeer. You might just have to ask around a little bit. So we are picking an item up over here from Spain, and it is actually not on this menu. This is a weird thing. So take a look at this menu. You see the sangria flight, the 3 sangrias that come in it over there, the paella, and then the Spanish bocadillo. I'm going to show you actually what it is. And here's the item that is missing from the other menu. The leche frita or fritta. I don't really know how you pronounce frita, I think, but it's this item here. So we ended up going with this, but this is not actually on the other menu. Those two are on the menu, and then the drink menu is over there, but this item is not. So I guess keep an eye out if you're walking around the booths, that sometimes maybe there's hidden items that you might not recognize. This looks so weird. So Nicole mentioned it's like deep fried milk or something, but do you see? It looks so bizarre. It looks like just gooey. I was not expecting this. Hopefully it tastes good. It smells really good actually, but all right, we're gonna try this out. I'm a little nervous now just from this consistency. You see that? It's like jiggling. Oh my, and it's sticking to my fork so crazily. Wow. Oh, and there it goes. This might be the weirdest textured item I've ever had. It is so weird. I tried to peel back the casing there. You just see it's like jelly almost. Very, very bizarre. Well, that was very interesting, like I said. We are now actually heading over towards Rip Ride Rocket. I'm thinking I actually want to pick up a Hurricane to see how it compares to the one that we had at Busch Gardens. So we'll see if we end up doing that. And yeah, just go ahead, ride, Rip Ride, and then probably end with Men in Black and kind of just call it a day. But I think we're going to kind of close it out because we did go ahead and show you guys some of the updates here at Universal Studios here in Orlando, Florida. So hopefully you guys got a lot of good information there. And I do apologize again on the vegan butterbeer. I was not aware that they didn't have it at that location. So kind of a little bit of a strike out there, but we did try, and that is the one thing new over at Diagon Alley and actually over at Hogsmeade as well. I need to go ahead and mention to you guys, there is a smell coming off of this area by Revenge of the Mummy. And if you guys have ridden the ride, when you pull into the one room where it pretends like you're ending and then like the glass breaks and then you continue for like that last 5 seconds of the ride, you can smell like the gas from the fire just kind of like cooking in that room. That gas smell is like all in this area right now. Very weird, and I'm assuming it's coming from the Mummy, so I don't know if something's going on. I didn't tell you guys actually, rather. The Mummy was having some problems with it. We were like stuck at one spot for like a few seconds. Some of the animatronics weren't working correctly, so there were some issues happening over at the Mummy, and I don't know if that pertains to why you're smelling this gas smell like on the street here, but that was kind of interesting, and we smelled it earlier, meant to make a note of it, and we just smelled it again, and now I made a full note of it. So there you go. A little bizarre. And with all of that being said, we hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and hopefully you got some unique updates and things going on here at Universal Studios. We will be doing an update over at Islands of Adventure in a future vlog, but for today we were going and checking out what was happening over here. Obviously, actually right behind me, you do see the Super Mario Bros. Kind of little photo op that I really wanted to see, and I just knew that there was a lot of construction happening here. Again, it's been probably almost a month since we've been here, so we wanted to show a little bit of that to you guys. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It helps out a ton, and we will see you guys in the next video. Take care.